Hello YouTubers, this is the Ben Brown's Virtual of Knowledge, and today we're just going to be talking about how I built my foundation of everything I've done through digital media and things. So what we're going to talk about here is how I started this, how I built my foundation. And the way how I built my foundation was by starting off with a podcast. I did podcasting for the whole year 2020. Didn't know what my niche was until I found it in 2021 by the help of the No Job Podcast, which I figured out that it was self-improvement. Excuse me. Self-improvement was the factor that I like talking about, the topic I love talking about. And so ever since I done self-improvement, I've just been doing greatly and seeing that I have improved a lot on a lot of things of what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying it. And ever since then, I've been doing self-improvement. And also, what I also have been doing was Instagram. I used Instagram as a way to promote my podcast. I did that. After I did that, then I did a TikTok around May of this year. Did my TikTok, started promoting that, and now that's growing. And now, just look at it. This is not, like I say, I don't want to take in what Jordan Green is saying, but like how everyone like to say, this is just the beginning. And I will be excited to see what the future awaits, because we don't know what the future holds. And especially me going back in person for school. Who knows how this thing can grow? Who knows how our content as a whole can grow? This whole community of self-improvement, for the Brendan Brown's digital media of self-improvement, like the Brendan Brown family, like I say, this is the big Brendan Brown family, who we all know, like my whole content, I'm a YouTuber, a podcaster, and everything, depending on if you actually keep track on what I'm doing. And like I said, I enjoy it. And some people like to say, hey, you should start off just doing multiple topics. Start off just doing multiple sources of income. But listen, I didn't do all multiple sources. I did like how everyone always says, start small. I started small, and what I did is I did the first one, which was podcasting. And by the way, none of these were all monetized. I just started doing podcasting in 2020. Then I monetized in October 2020, and even till this day it's monetized. With this YouTube channel, it's not monetized yet because I haven't got 1,000 subscribers nor 4,000 watch time. So just wait for that to occur, and then this will be something monetizing that I love doing anyway. Also, you also have my TikTok that's not being monetized yet. I still have 100 followers as it's recording, 110 I believe, and that's growing. So like I said, it's not about the source of income. It's about what you're doing and how you're doing it, and building a foundation, like people say, because you have to build a foundation. Everything's not overnight. It took me a year to figure out what my niche was in podcasting. And it took me a year to actually realize that I should have been starting content creator in 2020 when I was watching videos. But like I said, last year, I always overconsume. And like I said, 2020 me was more like this guy who had a purpose but just didn't have everything straight in line. And now that's 2021, I have things straight in line, and I discovered what I love doing, and ever since then I just love doing it. So I hope you got something from this brief video. Hope you just enjoyed and have a blessed and wonderful day. So before we end this video, I still got a little bit more to explain, but make sure to still like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure to hit the notification button so that you can be notified when new videos being uploaded. Please, because if you really like my content and I bring good value to you, just do that. Please do that. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and the notification button so you can be notified when a new video comes in. So the title of this thing says how I built this podcast, and honestly, it's not how I built the podcast. So the first part, I just wanted to get that out because honestly, that was edited earlier this morning as I was recording. This is the second half of the video where I'm recording late at night. And I honestly just wanted to discuss, like I said, how I built this podcast and how I built this foundation. I really want to get more deeper into the podcast as I already explained everything else, which I'll re-explain at the end of this video again if you need FYI too. So like I said, this podcast that I made called the Brendan Brown's Collection of Facts Theories Podcast, so the link's down below, it all got inspired because I had a friend named Jeremiah Patterson. And ever since I met him, I just been enjoying the podcasting. I heard about it. I never watched it, but I heard about it. And then in 2020, beginning 2020, before the pandemic, I started looking at Think Media. I checked out their content. I was like, hey, this seems amazing. Hey, this seems awesome. Maybe I should start looking at Think Media, and it really brought me to doing YouTubing. And like I said, 2020, I was doing YouTube videos. So I didn't do it as a passion. I just tested out, experiment, did it all. Then the pandemic came, and a snap, boom. March of 2020, that was the year when I decided, hey, I'll start a podcast. I start the podcast. After that, I was just talking about random topics, sports, video games, etc. How many you can think of? That's all the topics I was talking about. Everything, like literally everything. I used to watch Think Media, and they used to always say with a podcast or anything, make sure you have a niche. And I was always a hard head at that. It really hit me hard because I used to have highs and lows in my podcast. Like 2020 was the year where I got more plays than this year. Like, I'm not telling you that I'm doing bad. Like, I'm doing great for getting plays on my podcast and things, but it seemed that like I had even more last year because I was talking about multiple topics. But like I said, you notice the key thing, I did not find that foundation. I did not find that. I was just stuck in just random things until eventually I started looking at the Purpose Pod. And some of my podcast episodes I made in the past were about motivational content. I was like, that one seems like it stands out more than all my other ones because they were about sports, video games, the average things, versus that self-improvement content. It seemed like a mini bit of that self-improvement content was coming in. Like, God was showing me this may be it. Then he gave me another confirmation with the No Job podcast. Looked at the first episode back in January, and ever since then I've been inspired to create that and also this YouTube channel. Like I said, this YouTube channel was not the way it was neither. It used to have been random topics, and I went to Christianity, then I didn't like that, then I changed to Mortal Kombat. After that I made a second YouTube channel, which I didn't even do that one no more. I'm not even working on it no more. And now we're on this, back to this YouTube channel, original one, where I just want to discuss self-improvement. And ever since January 2020, I just discussed self-improvement, and ever since then I just love talking about self-improvement. And even before, I was never this self-improvement guy. It was just naturally in me because if you know, I have family members, adults, children, and ones on age of me, and even classmates that would tell me that I give out good advice. I help them on schoolwork. I do a lot of things. I always was a smart kid, making AB and honor roll a lot. So self-improvement was always in me. I just never knew it was my niche or my goal to really promote this this niche or topic and talk about it until late 2020, beginning 2021. So, like I said, ever since then, it's just been like this, and I've been doing self-improvement, same thing with YouTubing, and I haven't got burnt out. I am enjoying this. I have been doing YouTubing for 6 months now, and it's great. I'm enjoying it. I hope this YouTube channel grows, and I hope you guys just understand that building a foundation is very essential, because before I used to be this guy who just randomly just made videos and just randomly made podcast episodes without no topic to it, no, just random without even trying to be in the right place. So, like I said, make sure you find your niche, build that foundation, take time with it. It won't happen all overnight because it didn't happen with me overnight. It took me time to figure out what my niche was because I had so many multiple ideas that I loved, except when I saw self-improvement, it was like that was standing out over everything. And like I said, once again, sources of income, they all, because we're all, well, that's what I want to explain too, briefly, is that all sources of income does not start all big up. You got to take time with them and build it up from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and so on, because that's how it starts off. So I just want to tell you that my first source of income is podcasting. After that, I found my second source of income, which was J Black Affiliate Market. Then after that, a third source of income is Medium, which I don't get paid for that because I haven't did that yet, but I'm thinking of joining that. Except I want to show your social security number, and I don't trust that. But, like I said, it's worth the risk. Who knows? If I get a VPN, I'll be covered. And that's what I'm going to get when I become 18, get a VPN. But back to the story, like that. And see, these can be your pre-sources of income. You don't have to start off being your source of income, but they can just be your source of income by the beginning. Like for me, for example. The first one was podcasting, like I said. After that, then it was my affiliate marketing. Those are only 2 sources of income that I'm actually making sources of income for. But like I say, I'm going to still explain them all in order. That was just the 2. I just want to tell you in order by money-wise. Let's just explain it all, pre and normal. The first one is podcasting. I didn't start monetizing until October 2020, like I said. I love doing it. I built the foundation of it, and ever since October 2020, I monetized, and it's been going to my bank account. The second one I've been doing was J Black affiliate marketing. Learned more about that, and even when I was in marketing class in high school, it was like God was telling me, "Hey, you need to do this." So I just did it. I did affiliate marketing, and it's been amazing. I've loved it. And speaking of affiliate marketing, please hit the link down below. Use my 10% coupon code Brendan B15. Go purchase your J Black glasses. I explain it so much in my other videos. Just look at that screen right there. It probably is going to tell you everything. But like I said, I'm not going to explain it all. You should know about J Black enough for me to explain that. And like I said, after that, it was YouTubing. Now, I'm not getting paid for YouTube, but I'm using it as a way to use my affiliate marketing. And also, this is a way where I can make money too once this grows, and I can make Google AdSense. So that's the third one. Then my fourth one was a TikTok I had, well, in social media, I should say in general. First one was Instagram I had since January of 2020. Then I really started using it till last year, 2020, around mid-March something. Then I use it to promote my podcast, and now I promote my podcast through there. So that will eventually be a source of income. And then my fifth one is fifth one is TikTok. TikTok will eventually grow because that's growing daily. So daily, that's just growing. So eventually, that'll become a source of income where I can go live in anything. And then the sixth one is Medium. The seventh one is investing, but I'm not gonna invest until 18 years old because I realize that you can't really invest until you're 18 years old. I want my mother and everyone to do it, but that's gonna be too complicated, too much numbers, and no. I'll wait till I'm 18 so I can put my bank account information there, and I don't have to put no one else's, no adult, no driver. I put my own stuff because I'll be 18, so I have my own choice to do what I want to do. My eighth one in the future will be ClickBank. I'll use that in the future. And also, finally, my ninth one, which hopefully this will be in the future too when this channel grows, is that I'll be using sponsorships as well in the future once I grow. And not just with this, but with other social media content. So, yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to explain. I just wanted to tell you guys that was all I wanted to tell you about, because this whole video was mainly about the streams of income at the beginning, but like I said, I changed it up to where I wanted to talk about what the title was of this, how I built the podcast, because I really wanted to tell you guys how I built this podcast. So I hope you enjoy this wonderful episode and have a blessed day, night, evening, however you're looking at this. Goodbye. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button to this YouTube channel. Hit the link down below to my podcast, and also hit the link down below to use my 10% coupon code BrennanB15.